Good morning students, this is Monica from Ascom Public School. So today we will talk on the topic domestic and national concept of income. As in previous video we have discussed about the meaning of national income. So what is national income? So national income is the sum total of factor income generated by normal residents of a country in an accounting year. Okay. Now we will talk about domestic and national concept. So at macro level we have both the concept. Domestic is also used and national is also used. Okay. Basically, if we see the concept domestic, then we think that it is related to micro level. But in economics, we use this at macro level. Okay. So domestic and national. So what is domestic income? First, we will talk about this. What is domestic income? So domestic income, it is the sum total of income. We include in this compensation of employees, rent plus profit, rent, interest, profit, all these are including. So sum total of all these generated within the domestic territory of a country, no matter who generate this, normal residents or non-normal residents. That is not the matter. So it should be generated within the domestic territory of a country. Okay. So domestic income is the sum total of factor income. In this we include compensation of employee, rent, profit, interest. Okay. So here the matter is not of normal residents or non-normal residents. Okay. So it should be generated within the domestic territory of a country. And what is the meaning of national concept? So in national also we include all these things. National also it is the compensation of employees plus rent, interest and profit. Okay. Rent, interest and profit. But the difference is of territory. Okay. In this we say that within the domestic territory of a country. So national income is also the sum total of factor income generated by normal residents of a country. No matter where it is generated. इसमें ये कोई मैटर नहीं करेगा कि कहाँ पे जनरेट हुई है, within the domestic territory or outside. That is not the matter. Within the domestic or outside, no matter. ये कोई मैटर नहीं करेगा कि डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी के अंदर जनरेट हुई है या बाहर हुई है, बट इट शुड बी जनरेटेड बाय ए नॉर्मल रेजिडेंस ऑफ ए कंट्री. सो हियर डोमेस्टिक इज द, it should be generated by normal residents or non-residents, but it should be within the domestic territory of a country. Okay, so here we talk about the domestic territory. So what it means domestic territory? What is the meaning of domestic territory? Okay, so as normally if we talk about territory of a country, if we see from the political point of view, then we geographical point of view, then we talk about the political boundary of a country, means boundary line of a country. Okay, but if we see from economic point of view, then the concept change and it become much wider concept. Domestic territory become much wider concept than the geographical boundary or geographical point of view. Okay, so here domestic territory as defined by United Nations, according to United Nations, domestic territory, or we can say economic territory. Okay, as here we talk about the economics, we talk in economic term. So we can say economic territory is the geographical territory administered by a व्हाट इट मीन कि एक ज्योग्राफिकल बाउंड्री की एक ऐसे बाउंड्री जिसके अंदर गुड्स, कैपिटल मीन्स मशीनरी वगैरह एंड ह्यूमन कैन फ्रीली सर्कुलेट, जिनका मतलब लेना देना इजिली हो सकता है कि वी कैन एक्सपोर्ट, इम्पोर्ट, वी कैन मूव. So that geographical boundary is defined as domestic territory. Okay, so we will understand this by example. For example, there is foreign embassies in India. Okay, ये हमारा इंडिया है और यहाँ पे foreign embassies है बहुत सारी. Okay, like Canada, Japan, China, जिनकी भी USA वगैरह की foreign embassies है. So the do you think can we move freely in these embassies that are located in India? Yes. What should be the answer? Yes or no? Can we move or we can circulate goods, capital, human in these foreign embassies? These are located in India. इंडिया में जो कनाडा, जापान, यूएसए की एम्बेसीज लोकेटेड है, क्या उसमें हम फ्रीली मूव कर सकते हैं? So the answer should be no. No, we cannot move. No. But if Indian embassy located in foreign countries like जापान में, कनाडा में हमारी इंडियन एम्बेसी है, लोकेटेड है, so we can freely move there. Okay? उसमें हम फ्रीली मूव कर सकते हैं because the people who are working in Indian embassies they are normally belongs to India only. Okay? They have the citizenship of India. So we can move goods, person, capital can move in Indian embassies located in the foreign country. Okay. So here we have discussed about the domestic territory concept, and there can be also other examples like Indian Air India plane is moving from Japan to Canada. Okay. सो वो जा रहा है कनाडा से जापान के बीच मूव कर रहा है, बट दैट इज पार्ट ऑफ इंडियन डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी. ओके, वो है अदर कंट्रीज में, लेकिन वो हमारी डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी का पार्ट है. सो दैट विल बी इंक्लूडेड इन डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी. ओके, इट मीन्स दैट शुड बी इंक्लूडेड इन आवर डोमेस्टिक इनकम. Then we can say Indian embassies located in foreign countries, that is also included, and military forces that are working in other foreign countries, so they are also a part of our own country. वो भी हमारी country के एक part है. Okay, and we can say water ships are moving in other countries, or we can say moving in water from one boundary to other country's boundary, so they are also a part of our domestic territory. चाहे वो other country में सामान लाने का काम कर रहे हैं, बट वो हमारे डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी के क्या है, एक पार्ट है. ओके, सो डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी वी इंक्लूड इनकम जनरेटेड इन डोमेस्टिक इनकम, वी इंक्लूड इनकम जनरेटेड विद इन द डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी ऑफ ए कंट्री. इट इज नॉट द मैटर ऑफ नॉर्मल रेजिडेंस और नॉन रेजिडेंस. ओके, चाहे वो हमारी कंट्री के रेजिडेंस जनरेट कर रहे हैं चाहे अदर कंट्री के, बट दैट शुड बी within the domestic territory, हमारी domestic territory के within होना चाहिए. So what we include in domestic territory, like Indian embassies working in foreign countries, उनको हम include करेंगे, they are the part of our domestic territory. Indian planes, Air India planes are working in other countries, so they are also part of our own country, our domestic territory. Okay. But in national concept, we include income generated by the normal residents only. Okay, factor income generated by normal residents only. इसमें हम सिर्फ normal residents को ही include करते हैं. So income generated by the non-residents are not included. Like in national concept, we include the income generated by normal residents of our country. It is not the matter of domestic territory or non-territory. Okay, non-domestic territory. Now we talk about how we convert domestic income into national income. As first we calculate domestic income. So how we will convert this domestic income into national income? Okay, so domestic income plus net factor income from abroad. if we will include net factory income from abroad to the domestic income, then it will be equal to national income. It will be equal to national income. So what is net factor income from abroad? How we will calculate this net factor income from abroad? So what is net factor income from abroad? It is the sum total of income earned by normal residents of our country from rest of world minus income earned by non-residents in our domestic territory or domestic country, in our domestic territory. So net factor income from abroad NFIA is equal to income earned by normal residents of our country from rest of world minus income earned by non-residents in our domestic country. So that is equal to net factor income from abroad. Okay, so we have discussed about the concept of domestic and national. So watch this video and also read from your book and write in your notebook. If you face any problem, any doubt, you are free to ask. Thank you.